Hey guys, welcome to Monday, another Monday on lockdown. So we're just going to have a gentle practice this morning to help get us going and stretch into your back. Okay, so we're gonna start seated. If you've got a strap or anything that you want to use to catch your hands behind your back, just grabbing a strap, maybe a dressing gown belt or anything like that. Okay, we're going to start just closing down your eyes, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing all the muscles in your face. Just checking in with how you're feeling this morning, noticing how you feel physically, how you feel mentally. How do you feel energetically? How do you feel emotionally today? Without having any attachment to any of those feelings, being able to observe them and let them go. Inviting yourself to have this intention of how do you react when you're in a bind. Do you want to fight and run away, or are you able to just sit through it? Trying to have that feeling of just sitting through it and riding through and waiting to come out the other side. We're going to start with a bit of a balancing breath with alternate nostril breathing. So taking your right hand thumb, and your right hand ring finger on your left nostril. Just closing down your eyes for a moment, checking in with how you feel, checking in with the breath out of both nostrils. And we're going to cover the right one, breathing in through the left, covering the left one, breathing out through the right, breathing in through the right, cover the right, open the left, breathing in through the left, cover the left, open the right, breathing out through the right, breathing in through the right, covering the right, open the left, breathing out through the left, breathing in through the left, cover the left, open the right, breathing out through the right, breathing in through the right, cover the right, open the left, breathing out through the left, breathing in through the left, covering the left, open the right, breathing out through the right, breathing in through the right, cover the right, open the left, breathing out through the left. And then just relaxing your palms, checking in with any sensation if it feels clearer in the right than the left. Now we're going to start with one Om, bringing your palms together. Keep taking a breath to prepare, breathing in, breathing out, having a breath in. Noticing that feeling of vibration through your body. Hands onto your knees and gently moving your back into a cat-cow position, so sending your heart forwards. And then as you round Just noticing where you feel a little bit stiff or clunky this morning. Inhaling, feeling that spine gently move, lifting up. Awesome. Okay, trying to find a little bit of movement in between your shoulder blades as you're sinking down. Inhaling, slowly coming up. Relax your shoulders, lifting your chest. Awesome. Exhaling. Breathing, moving, just waking up that spine. Gently waking your back. Having your last one. As you breathe in, come up to sit straight and take your arms out and up. Interlock your fingers. And reaching up. We're going to keep your fingers interlocked and then lean over to the right side. Inhaling to the middle. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling to the middle. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling to the middle. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling to the middle. Okay, staying here. Release your hands. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Draw your shoulder blades in. Exhaling. Bowing forwards just as far as you can comfortably go. Inhaling. Coming all the way back up. Awesome. Okay, we're going to try and come into a Gomukhasana, sort of cow face pose, grip on your back. So taking that right arm up, left arm. So either reaching for your t-shirt or a strap or something like that, or holding onto your hands. Just getting nice and long through your spine. And then we're going to add the legs. Okay, so release your arms for a moment. We're going to start with your legs extended out. We're going to bring your right knee on top, so your left leg is straight. Either leaving your left leg straight or bending your left knee too, so you've got both knees flat. And then retaking your right arm up, clasping your hands behind your back. Try and encourage your sit bones down towards the floor. If it feels comfortable for you, leaning forwards, but you don't have to, okay? Inhaling, coming all the way back up, releasing your arms. And that top leg, your right leg, we're going to bring it out, taking it behind you so that you come into a pigeon pose, and then just square off your hips so you've got that shin in front, stretching out your leg behind you. Just going to show you from the side. So you've got one leg straight. Now this left leg, you could either have that foot underneath you, or you can wiggle it around a little bit closer to the top of your mat, walking your hands back. So just staying upright as much as you can. Breathing, trying to lift up through your spine, pressing into the floor. And then we're going to come down, but only onto your forearms. Okay, so just onto your forearms. Trying to get long through your spine. And as we sort of started in these static poses, checking in with how that's making you feel, whether you have this like desire and urge to move and sort of flight away from these poses of stillness, whether it's feeling quite nice and nurturing, just allowing yourself to gently get into it. While you're here, trying to lengthen through your back. And then inhaling, walking your hands back. And sit back, bringing that leg around so you come back to straight legs. And then we're going to take your left knee on top, either leaving your right leg out straight or bending your right leg underneath. Taking your left arm up, reaching to grasp your hands behind your back, settling your sit bones in, drawing your shoulder blades together. Just noticing where you feel this, in your hips, in your arms, and noticing if you feel okay to go forwards, and you don't have to. So just trusting how you feel. If you are forwards, trying to really surrender into your hips. Breathing. Breathing and melting down. Inhaling, coming back up. Okay, and releasing your arms. So we're going to take that top leg, your left leg, out behind you to square off into that pigeon pose. So you've got your right shin is either further up or further underneath your body. So you're trying to square off your hips as best you can there. Breathing, staying up for a moment, trying to get long in your spine. Focusing on your breath, relaxing your shoulders. One more breath here, and then slowly coming down onto your forearms, spreading through your hands, trying to get long in your spine, noticing how your neck feels. Try not to hang your head, but keeping it in the same line as your spine. Finding that breath, just allowing your breath to bring patience into your body, allowing you to just be and resisting that urge to fight or flight. Having your last breath here. And then gently walking your hands back, swinging that leg around. Cross your ankles, bring yourself onto your hands and knees, onto all fours. So taking a moment here. Breathing in. As you breathe out, just gently go back. You don't have to go all the way back, and we're not staying there. It's going to be part of the movement, so coming back. And then as you breathe in, coming up. And just gently leaning forwards. If your hips go down, taking your hips down. Breathing out, coming back. If you feel you need to move your hands a little bit further forwards, taking them a little bit further forwards. Trying to round your spine as you come up. Drop your hips. Lift your heart. Exhaling. Slowly coming back. Inhaling, rising up. Gently shifting forwards, lowering your hips, lifting through your heart, looking up. Exhaling, going back. Inhaling, rising up. Gently dropping your hips, lifting your heart. Exhaling, going back. This time coming to rest on all fours. And we're going to bring your right foot forwards. And then try and extend your right leg out. So your right toes are up towards the ceiling. Also having a breath to get as long as you can through your chest. And as you breathe out, we're going to try and fold down. Just going to move to the side so that you can see from the side. Also keep breathing in. So trying to keep that left leg so it's nice and straight. Exhaling. Inhaling, lifting through your chest, looking up. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, staying here. Okay, try and stay with it for maybe a minute. Breathing into the back of that leg, just allowing it to relax a little bit. 5, trying to steady your breath. Trying to just be here. Anything that feels, if you feel like you're in pain or anything, just come out. Just step that foot forwards and come out. If you feel okay to stay, staying just for another 5. Breathing steady. 4. 3. 2. Oh, lovely. Can you feel that just start to really like melt away? It's almost like tension in the back of your legs just disappearing. And then planting your right foot forwards. We're going to bring your hands to the inside edge. And try and move your left knee back a little bit. So maybe if you're on carpet at home or anything, or you want to grab a cushion, stick it under your knee, that's totally okay to take a cushion under your knee. Just trying to breathe for a moment. It's not going to be for too long. Trying to encourage that knee to come in a little bit with you. 3, 2. Super, last breath. Okay, we're going to move from here onto all fours. Taking them over here, just giving your knees a little break. We're going to tuck your toes under and lift into downward dog, so into that capital A shape, coming up. Relax your head, relax your neck for a moment. Walking your hands back to your feet. And then walking your hands out, taking them all the way out. Exhaling, hands back to your feet. Inhaling, walking your hands out, just finding that place that brings you back into downward dog. Coming down onto your knees. Moving to the other side, so we're going to bring your left foot forwards. Extend your left leg out. Okay, just noticing where you might feel any tension there. So we're going to have 5 breaths before holding. So as you breathe in, get nice and long. And then breathing out, folding forwards. Inhaling, lifting through your chest. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling. And then staying here. Okay, staying here. Either up, wherever that feels okay for you, or maybe folding down. Breathing into the back of that leg. Trying to offer your leg patience, offer your breath patience, and just being here. Finding your breath, settling in with the back of that leg.
And then gently pressing your left foot in, bringing both hands to that inside edge and sending your right knee back as far as you can. It's not going to be for too long. Finding your breath, breathing nice and gently. Keeping this left knee locked in towards your shoulder. And then walking your hands back, bringing both knees back. Now we're going to tuck your toes under, lifting up into downward dog. Looking towards your hands, and we're going to tiptoe forwards, gently walking forwards, bringing your feet all the way in between your hands, folding down. Inhaling, coming up, reaching all the way up to stand. Palms together. Exhaling, arms down by your side. So just finding a position where you feel steady in the heels of your feet. Finding your breath. We're going to come into a sort of Surya Namaskar C, so it's with one knee going down. Okay, so taking your time, trying to get a little bit of lift in your chest as you breathe in, reaching both arms up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Right knee steps back. Inhaling, arms up. Anjaneyasana. Exhaling, hands down. Tuck your right toes under. Inhaling to downward dog. Exhaling onto the floor, knees. Sending your heart down. Inhaling, press your hands, lift your chest. Exhaling, maybe over your knees and into downward dog. If your hip flexor movement's a little bit stiff coming forwards, for the first one, we're going to come forwards, going back down to your knees, and then taking your right foot forwards. Both arms reaching up. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Stepping both feet together to fold. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding, coming all the way back down. Left knee, stepping it back. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, step it back to downward dog. Cups away, coming down onto the floor, knees. Aim in your heart. Sliding along, press your hands, lift your chest. Exhaling, over your knees and into downward dog, into that cups away. So we're going to stay with the same route forwards for these two. So back down to your knees. And then that left foot's coming forwards. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands to the floor, stepping both feet together to fold. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Exhaling, folding. Right knee stepping back. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Inhaling, downward dog, step it back. Exhaling, moving down, knees, heart. Slide, inhale. Lift your chest, press your hands. Exhaling, downward dog. Okay, so you can stay with the same route forwards, coming back down to your knees and stepping, or you're going to try and bring your right foot in between your hands and at the same time your left knee down. So if you come onto your toes, bend both knees, look forwards, the right foot comes forwards, left knee goes down. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Step both feet together. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Left knee, step it back. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, downward dog. Exhaling, knees. Heart to the floor. Slide along, lift your heart up. Exhaling, over your toes, downward dog. Breath in. Breath out, your choice. You can go back to both knees or bend your knees onto your toes. Step your left foot forwards, right knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down, step both feet forwards to fold. Inhaling, arms up. Keep moving, exhale, fold. Right knee, stepping it back. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, downward dog. Exhaling, knees, heart down. Slide long, lift your chest. Exhaling, downward dog. Breath in, breath out. Preparing either onto your knees or bending both knees, stepping your right foot forwards, left knee down, arms up. Exhaling, hands to the floor, feet together, fold. Inhaling, arms up. Last one. Exhaling, folding. Left knee, stepping back. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, downward dog. Exhaling, knees, heart down, slide along. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhaling, downward dog. Breathing in. Your choice, either both knees or bending both knees, left foot forwards, right knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down. Step your feet together, folding. Inhaling, arms up. Hands at your heart center. So we're going to take your right foot, step it back. So you parallel both feet towards the end, towards that log edge of your mat. And then we're going to take your right foot to the back, taking your arms out. So just getting nice and steady. So you breathe in, reaching to the right, and then aiming your right hand down. Open out your chest. Inhaling, coming back up. Parallel your feet, left foot, reaching, coming down, looking up. Inhaling, coming up. Parallel your feet, reaching, coming down. Trying to get a little bit longer every time. Inhaling, coming up. Parallel your feet, left foot, reaching, coming down. Inhaling, coming up. Parallel your feet, right foot, reaching, coming down. Awesome. Inhaling, coming up, turning, moving, coming down. Inhaling, coming up. Okay, parallel your feet, this time holding. So your right foot, try and reach as far as you can, coming down. You can either rest on your shin, reach for that big toe, or use a block or a book. You're looking up towards your left hand, but if not, you can take your gaze to the floor. Breathe, try and get nice and long. Thinking about all the ways in which this Trikonasana triangle pose creates a triangle. On the floor in your two legs, from your leg, your arm, and your sideways. Thinking about any triangles that are in your life at the moment. Anywhere that you need to give a bit more patience to. Maybe in your house, maybe you've got 3 people in your house at the moment, or jobs, or things that you're trying to work through. Just giving it a little bit more patience. One more. Inhale, come up. Parallel your feet. Moving over to the other side. Reaching, coming down. So you can go for those big toes, for your shin. Trying to lean back, taking your gaze down towards the floor to line up. And then taking your gaze up towards that right hand. Noticing if on this side you can feel any more resistance or any more tension in your body. And just trying to breathe through it as gently as you can. As you breathe in, feeling that length in your spine. Inhaling, coming up, paralleling your feet. So we're going to step both feet back to the short edge of your mat.
pausing, checking in with any sensations in your body, and then folding forwards. Please just taking your hands onto your hips, lift your heart, exhaling, folding. Relax your head down. So wherever it feels right for you today, if it's halfway, that's totally okay. You could stay halfway. Maybe it's all the way down. Allowing your head, your neck to relax. Breathing. Trying to invite sensation of letting go in between your shoulder blades. And offering yourself a little bit of patience just to stay here. Allow gravity to do its work and help you out. Just letting go. Maybe closing your eyes, just getting lost in that breath for a moment. Gently breathing in, looking up. Just one more here. We're going to take your whole hands under your feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last breath. Releasing your hands. Please slowly come up. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Arms out, reaching up. Arms together. Exhaling, hands down by your sides. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Inhaling, lift your chest, looking up. Exhaling, step into downward dog. Step into downward dog. Keep finding that nice length in your body. And then we're going to take your right leg up, reaching your right leg up. As you breathe out, we're going to bend your right knee, bring it in nice and close. Step it in between your hands, dropping your back knee down, releasing that ankle. So I'm coming up. I'm just going to move sides so you can see where we are. Just getting steady here for a moment. And then we're going to adjust your back shin so it's going across the mat, coming up, also extending out through your right leg, taking your arms out. As you breathe out, leaning over your straight leg. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling, coming down, stretching out through that side of your body. You're drawing your belly in. Okay, so just finding a moment here, we're going to try and encourage your straight leg to lift up, which hopefully is your right leg. Finding that little bit of patience where you are. Staying here, so we're either keeping that leg out straight or bending your knee to reach for that foot. Okay, either one is okay. Keeping your hips forwards. 3, 2, 1. Releasing that leg out. Releasing your foot down. Inhaling, coming up. Okay, we're going to windmill both hands over towards that straight leg.
pivoting on your back knee. Bending your front knee or reaching your arms up. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Downward facing dog, so stepping back. Breathing out. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhaling, bringing that left foot forwards, dropping your right knee down. Just taking a moment to get nice and steady. Breathing. And then when you feel ready, we're going to change so that you've got your right shin extended, left leg extended. I'm just going to show you from the back anyway. Having your arms out. Breathing out, leaning over your straight leg. And then inhaling, coming up. Taking your right hand down. And just getting steady, so trying to keep your hips forwards, taking that leg up. If you feel okay to bend your knee and grab your foot. No, you totally don't have to if it doesn't feel right today. And then extending out, releasing that foot down, coming up, breathing in. As you breathe out both hands, we're milling them over. Be nice and gentle on that back knee to spin it around. Plant your hands, tuck to your toes, downward dog. Having a breath in, feeling that openness in your chest, that length in your spine. Breathing out through your mouth. Right leg, reaching your right leg up. As you breathe out, bring your right foot in between your hands. You're staying up higher. Drop your left heel down and windmill your arms out to come into a warrior two position. So your arms are out nice and straight. Awesome. Having a breath here. As you breathe out, we're going to lean back, reversing your warrior, similar to what we did down on one knee. Keep drawing in your belly. And then inhaling, coming back to warrior two. Focusing on a spot. Find a drishti spot. And we're just going to try and hop forwards a little bit. Maybe taking a couple of attempts to come forward. So you're onto that right leg. If you have a sofa or anything you want to lean on, feel free to plant your hand on the sofa. Otherwise, reaching out, stepping it back, warrior two. So exactly the same as we did, down on your knees, but you're standing. Okay, so just have another go. As you breathe out, draw your belly in, focusing on one place, and then gently stepping forwards. Once you're here, opening out your heart, bringing it back, warrior two. Exhaling, both hands coming down to the floor. Stepping it back, downward dog. Now we're going to take a little vinyasa movement, or stay where you are. So maybe coming down to your knees, aiming your heart. Slide along, lift your chest. Exhaling, tucking your toes, downward dog. Preparing for the left side. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhaling, left foot in between your hands. Windmilling your arms up to warrior two. Turn around to face you. Having a breath here. Breathing out, leaning back. Inhaling, coming back up to warrior two. We're going to have a couple of those. Focus on something that is in front of you. So as you step up, maybe there's something you can rest your hand on. And then step it back. Having a breath here. One more time, we're reaching forwards. Just offering yourself patience to balance. Okay, patience to try and find that spot for your body. And bring it back. Having a breath in. Breath out. Straighten out both legs. Hands onto your waist. Lifting your heart up. Exhaling, folding just halfway. All the way down. Inhaling, coming up. Okay, we're going to bring your feet a little bit closer together. So just heel toe them together, just maybe once. And then we're going to do back. We're either going to hold your opposite elbow or bring your hands into a prayer hand position for pyramid pose. So your legs are about a foot apart. Also having a breath here. And then as you breathe out, coming forwards. And if you want to, just come halfway. If that feels okay, and you can still keep moving down. And just coming back into that sense of being patient. Being patient with your body, patient with your breath. Staying. Inhaling, coming up. Bringing your feet to parallel and then just turning them in the other direction. Checking that they haven't sort of like become crossed behind you or anything like that, so that you can still stay steady. Hands are in the same position, breathing in, breathing out. Find your breath. Breathe steady. Finding that patience. Offering yourself patience to be here, patience to be still. Inhaling, coming up. Paralleling your feet. Just taking a moment, releasing your arms out. Okay, we're going to step back out, coming into a warrior two position. So just taking your feet wide. Tucking your tailbone under. Having a breath in, so your right knee's bent, right foot's angled out. Breathing out, reversing. Inhaling through warrior two. Okay, just trying to come down towards the floor or anything that you're resting on, whether that's a sofa or a block. Taking your left arm up. Trying to find length through your body. Bringing yourself back down, warrior two. Straightening out that leg, paralleling your feet, last one like this. Warrior two to the left side. Reversing, leaning back. And then coming down, this time try and reach that hand to the floor first. So we're coming into a half moon position. Taking your left arm up. 3, trying to be nice and patient with yourself, even if you're wobbling a bit. 2, last breath. And slowly stepping back. Straighten out your arms. So turning back to the direction of your right foot. Stepping forwards, reaching both arms up. Hands at your heart center. Taking a pause here, just staying with me at the top of your mat. Picking up your right knee. Guiding your right knee out. Okay, having a breath. I'm going to try and reach for your toe, your big toe, and extend your right leg up. So wherever you are, even if you're here, just inviting that sensation of being patient. Patient with yourself. 3, it's not going to be for too long. 2, 1. Releasing that leg, bringing it down. Bringing your left knee up. Catching your left big toes. And taking it wherever it feels is the right place to be. So maybe your knees bent. Maybe your legs straight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, releasing that leg down. Standing at the top of your mat, inhaling, arms up, reaching up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, coming down. We're going to move through plank position, or you can go downward dog and then plank, lower down. Inhaling, lifting your heart up, pressing your hands. Exhaling, onto your knees. Keep staying here, so we're on all fours. And we're going to move either both shins over to the side to sit back, or if it feels possible for you to cross your shins and sit back onto cross legs and stick out your straight legs, that's also an option. Just finding a comfortable seat with your sit bones. Having a breath in, reaching up. Breath out, reaching for your feet. So you can bend your knees. Go for bent knees if it feels more comfortable today. And then maybe just sliding them out to wherever you feel okay. Keep thinking about patience for your legs. Just letting them go out to wherever you feel is the right place. And then we're going to try and take them out wide. So it may be that your knees become bent as you take them out wide. That's okay if they do. And gently walk your hands forwards. Okay, so just trusting that your body is going to let you go as far as you want to find your edge, but without feeling as if you're in pain or anything like that. Breathing. Just nice and gently. Try and find length in your spine and offering yourself that opportunity to just be a little bit more patient with your body. Breathing slowly, breathing into it. So it may be that you're here or here, and that's totally okay. Breathe. So we're going to bend your right knee. Have your left leg nice and straight. It's not going to be for a hold, okay? So we're just going to try and take your right arm up and stretch and lean over. Inhaling, come back up. Exhaling, stretching and leaning over. Inhaling, come back up. Exhaling, leaning over. Inhaling, come back up. We're going to plant that hand down onto the floor and we're going to push the hand in to lift your bum. As you lift your bum, come onto your shin, push your hips forwards and stretch out, lift through your chest. Spreading through your right hand, right fingers, and then sit down. Extending both legs out, changing sides. Sit bones connected to the floor. Left arm up. Exhaling, leaning over. Inhaling, coming 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 up. So the last one, exhaling, leaning over. Inhaling, coming up. Spread your left fingers, plant your hands, take your weight onto your left shin, lift up. So you're spreading through those fingers, pushing through your hips. And gently coming back down. Awesome. Okay, we're going to keep your left knee bent. Right leg straight. Bring your right knee in towards you, holding onto that right foot. So I'm just going to show you from the side as well. I'm going to try and straighten your leg. So it might be that your knee is bent, and that's okay if it's bent. And just trying to offer yourself that little bit of patience to straighten out your leg. But wherever it is on the way is okay. Right? So just being kind and patient to yourself. Allowing that leg to just come to wherever it feels like the right place for you today. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So this is our heron pose. Okay, we're going to release that foot, bend your knee, bring both soles of your feet together to come into Buddha Konasana. Having a breath here, just becoming still for a moment. And then changing, picking up the other side. So we're going to hold that foot of your left foot, and it could be that your knee's bent and you're holding it halfway, or maybe it's all the way up. Get nice and long in your spine. Breathing, focusing on your breath, just allowing your breath to be steady. And taking that time to come back to patience, noticing how do you feel? Do you feel that you're in this sort of little fight and you want to run off, or are you able to just sit and be patient, acknowledging where you are right now, knowing that you are moving forwards, that you're always moving forwards and you're always progressing, always learning, just maybe different times at different paces. And then releasing, bringing both those feet together, lifting through your chest, having a little bow. Inhaling, coming up. Okay, we're going to keep your feet in the same position to come down for a bridge variation pose. So keeping your legs in a diamond position, coming down. Have your arms out to the side so they're closer towards your knees, not totally out towards the side. And then as you breathe out, lifting your hips and your chest for 5. Allowing your hips to stay open. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming down. Bringing your knees in. Having a little rock from side to side. And then extending your legs up. If we've been doing shoulder stand and you wanted to dig your elbows in, lift up to shoulder stand, that's totally okay. Otherwise, staying here with your legs extended. If you are close to a wall, or you want to take something underneath your sit bones, or you just want to sit on your hands, if your hamstrings are a little bit tight, going for that. Noticing how you feel. If your legs are trembling and shaking, seeing if you can sit with it and give them a little bit of patience, listening to if it is a genuinely physical thing, or maybe it's something that's energetic. And then if you feel you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, or you'd like to lean against the wall, keeping your legs up, keeping them up. If you feel okay to lay down to come into relaxation, just coming onto your back, stretching out your legs, allowing your feet to drop out, palms to face up, closing down your eyes. Noticing the pace of your breath, checking in with your breath. Noticing
how your legs feel, your legs that support you, look after you, and carry you around everywhere. Offering every bit of your body and your mind a little bit more patience today. Finding the balance in your breath. Noticing the balance between left and right. If you wanted to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer, stay in here. Otherwise, just having a little wiggle of your fingers, a wiggle of your toes. Have a little stretch. Hug your knees in. And slowly bringing yourself up to a seated position. Say thank you. Thank you for practicing. Hoping that you're ready for the rest of your day and hopefully see you soon. Namaste.